What the corporate news conglomerates are absolutely refusing to broadcast right now is a silent demographic earthquake that is fundamentally reshaping the very foundation of the USA. While the talking heads on the legacy networks try to keep you distracted with fabricated political outrage, the hard data paints a chilling picture of our nation's future. According to comprehensive demographic data recently published by the Pew Research Center, Islam is quietly, yet aggressively, becoming one of the fastest growing religious forces in America today. We aren't just talking about the consequences of broken immigration policies anymore. We are witnessing an unprecedented wave of ideological shifts happening right in our own backyards. First, you have to look across the Atlantic to understand the playbook. We have all seen the startling images coming out of the UK. From the overrun streets of London to the fractured suburbs of Paris, the cultural and political landscape of Europe has been completely altered, perhaps permanently. And now, with the escalating global tensions and the looming shadow of the broader Europe-Iran-US war, the geopolitical and religious stakes have never been higher. The European establishment surrendered their culture without firing a single shot. But what the globalist elites won't tell you is that this exact same blueprint is now unfolding in the US. Our nation, founded by faithful men and women on Judeo-Christian values, is facing an existential spiritual battle for its very identity. By the year 2040, projections show this demographic will outpace almost every other traditional minority faith in the country. This isn't an accident, it is a calculated cultural transformation. To truly understand the severity of what is happening today, you have to look at the heart of this aggressive conversion wave. The history of Islam in the West has historically been tied to foreign migration, but today, the ultimate target is the American Christian. For decades, we observed the localized growth of African Muslims and a specific segment of the Black American population exploring this faith in major urban centers. But the strategy has shifted. Now, there is a massive, highly funded, and coordinated push directly targeting the traditional, family-oriented Hispanic community. The sudden rise of Islam in Latin America, and specifically among Latino communities right here in the States, is skyrocketing at a terrifying pace. We are seeing thousands of former churchgoers, people raised with the Bible and deep-rooted family values, suddenly deciding to completely convert. Islamic outreach centers are popping up in Texas, Chicago, and Florida, translating their materials into Spanish, and specifically preying on communities that feel abandoned by the increasingly woke, liberal, modern church. And the spiritual deception is actively reaching the highest levels of the Christian faith. The media buried the horrifying headlines, but we recently saw a documented case where a prominent, highly educated Catholic priest converts to Islam. Let that truly sink in for a moment. A man who took solemn vows to defend the gospel of Jesus Christ. A former priest converted, completely turning his back on the cross to face Mecca as a practicing Muslim. If the shepherds of the church are falling to this deliberate spiritual warfare campaign, what does that mean for the everyday believers sitting in the pews? But make no mistake, this isn't just about a shift in personal religion, it is about raw political control and ideological submission. We are actively watching the formation of dangerous new radical alliances designed to tear down the America First agenda. Just look at the sudden, unnatural rise of intersectional groups like South American Muslims for Palestine. These organizations are actively coordinating massive street protests, merging the religious zeal of new converts with the destructive, anti-American energy of the radical left to completely destabilize our cities. They are openly exploiting our open borders and our constitutional tolerance to build a vicious political machine that despises everything President Trump and conservative patriots stand for. This ideological infiltration is now directly threatening our national security and our institutions. As these numbers grow and these radical alliances solidify, conservative military experts are quietly raising severe alarms about the cultural cohesion within the US Army. When the very fabric of our society is pulled apart by these hostile ideologies and the Pentagon is too obsessed with liberal initiatives to notice, how long until it severely impacts the combat readiness of our military? The radical left desperately wants you to stay asleep. They want to label you as intolerant or bigoted for simply wanting to protect your Christian heritage and your nation's sovereignty. But we refuse to be silenced. It is time to wake up. Share this truth with everyone you know. Stand firm in your faith and prepare to defend the soul of America before the country we love is gone forever.